Just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ricardo Cisneros. This is my show, Ghetto Gothic. I'm here as a joint artist with Johnny Dearest, which is next door. Here we have a piece called The Observer. It's acrylic on copper. It's a new process that I'm starting to work with, where I'm starting to work on metal. So this is something new for me, and it just kind of starts to develop over to the left here. This is basically my life's work. There's over 15 years of work here. And this is another piece right here called Medusa's Lament. It's a recycled panel that I actually recycled from an old Warhol print that was valued at over $250,000. So there was actual valuable art, mounted on this panel here at one point, and I recycled and created this whole composition for a Medusa painting that I've exhibited before at various art shows. And then we're moving on here to a series that I started back in 2003 called The American Sideshow. It's basically a series that critiques American politics and just the system of governance. What I did here was I started to create these political freaks in a freak show. So there's this fictional carnival that each one helps to create, and each character is his own individual concept. Each one embodies a different freak, and it's just a matter of bringing the politicians down to the average people and critiquing that whole system. So if we go back here, we have some original works that are on canvas. They're part of this Ghetto Gothic series that I started. And it basically, Ghetto Gothic is a term I came up with, where I basically reference my ghetto upbringing in South LA, and I introduce a level of sort of luxurious Gothic, that sort of fantasy land, where it's kind of bordering on sci-fi and conceptual work. And this was actually the first piece that I introduced into that series called The Offering. It illustrates a nurse in a very industrial wasteland, with mechanized ships just destroying the earth, and she's offering the world on a silver platter, and it's sort of putrid and decomposing. And so that's this piece here. And then we have this piece called Charm, which just goes into the archetype of the snake charmer and just introducing two polar opposites, and just having these contrasting figures side by side in a very romanticized way. What we have here too is a piece called High Society, where we illustrate figures in these colostomy bags, and they're suspended in this brain-like atmosphere. Each figure is kind of highlighted by this brain-like matter, and it's just a commentary on high society. So that's the rest of the work here. I mean, each one is conceptually its own piece. That's very much inspired by emotion and experience that's specific to my life, and I just try to illustrate it in a very surreal way. And again, my name is Ricardo Cisneros. This is the show Ghetto Gothic. Thank you.
Great. Can I get a picture with you and John?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.